Before I met him, when I open my bank statements, I always have to be careful. I have to worry. It's like as if I'm defusing a bomb. When I look at my main statement, I always have much to worry about and to cry about. But after listening to his advice, I feel happy about looking at my bank statements. That's why we have him with us. He's an ex-executive at EF Hutton. That is the same company that has 100 years of history and the largest investment bank who ever done the most investment deals with the huge amount of the biggest amount of capitals involved. Let's welcome the golden boy from the investment world, Dr. David Sands.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. It's an honor to be with you, with these distinguished speakers. I feel very honored. Just as a background, my name is David Sands. I was born in Barcelona. I am Catalan by origin. And I came to the US. I grew up in Basel, Switzerland, where I was very fortunate to have a scholarship with Novartis, a Swiss pharmaceutical company, developing one of the first tyrosine kinase inhibitors for pediatric cancer. Now it's a $2 billion product. And quickly after, I was recruited by Icahn Associates, an activist investor in New York City, that took over Implon Systems, and we sold it to Lilly for $6.5 billion in 2009. At that point, I went into banking, and as Elvis was mentioning, I've been in banking for the last 15 years. I feel extremely fortunate and very passionate to help investors. And I want to tell you a story today that will be very quick. Can you see the screen? Okay, so I want to give you a quick view of what happened in 2025 and what to expect for 2026, and very high-level recommendations and view of places where you can consider investing. What do we mean with healthcare banking? Healthcare means therapeutics, biologics, aspirins, injectables. It means also medical devices, instruments. It means diagnostics, tests that we use to diagnose and provide some type of decision. And last but not least, medical services, home services, hospital, nurses. So this is the world of healthcare. And we, as the investment bankers, we look for inefficiencies on the system and provide solutions. We look for you as potential investor to enter this market, and we look for opportunities. It's very important to understand this market very, very well. What happened in 2025? And again, we're only basically a few weeks left in 2025. If you want to do something, do it now. So when you look at the graphic, it's very clear. The message is very clear. Okay? Healthcare, in aggregate, performed better than the S&P 500. Okay? The S&P 500 was up like 20%. Biotechnology, healthcare, as an aggregate, was up 27%. So always think about healthcare as a place for innovation, where you can find places to make high return in your money. And I give you a list here of the companies that we follow. But I wanted to point to your attention something that is very interesting. It's very close to my heart. Remember, I grew up in Basel, Switzerland, with Novartis, one of the top pharmaceutical companies. And one thing that I saw 20 years ago was basically what we call now the patent cliff, the loss of revenues by these drugs that are very highly priced on the market, but when the patent goes off, the price drops to nothing, pennies on the dollar. We call this the patent cliff. In one day, the patent expires and the price drops to pennies on the dollar. Okay? When I was younger, we were facing a $70 billion in revenue losses. We always look at 5-year revenues, okay? Now we're looking at $300 billion in losses, okay? So we're looking at the pharmaceutical industry in the next 5 years, 2030, losing $300 billion in revenue. Think about Ozempic. How many are using Ozempic? Maybe 20 people in this room, okay? Thank you. So Ozempic now has a copay of $600 a month, very expensive, 2028, boom, it goes out of patent. It will cost pennies on the dollar. Right? This is the beauty of capitalism. Yes, we want capitalism because we want investors like you, me, like everybody invest in innovation. If we don't invest in innovation, we're back to the Stone Age. So we love innovation, and now, more than ever before, we're looking at a very large loss of revenues in pharma. Pharma is pulling their hair, trying to buy small biotechs. This is why investors like us are looking for these diamonds in the rock, these diamonds that pharmaceutical companies want to pay billions of dollars. It's a beautiful time to be in healthcare investment banking. Beautiful. 2008. Who remembers Jamie Dimon? 2008. The world was falling apart. The world was falling apart. And Jamie Dimon, this is the golden boy, I'm not. Jamie Dimon came and said, I'm going to buy banks that are failing, okay? But I want you to remember, he had a vision that was very important. Look at this little boy, okay? And now look at this $5 billion building, okay? JP Morgan building, you all have seen it. $5 billion, the biggest building is a $500 billion market capitalization, the largest market in the US, in the world. So I love this motto of JP Morgan that says, make dreams possible for everyone, everybody, everywhere, every day. I'm a customer of JP Morgan. When I call my person, whoever, whatever they are, they're so exquisite, they're so delicate, they give you such a good service. It's unbelievable. Today, I went to Mount Sinai for a meeting, and the service was so bad. I was thinking, how is it possible that you don't pay attention to customer service? Jamie Dimon has said, you have to make dreams possible for everyone, everywhere, every day. And when you look at the quality of the service of JP Morgan, it's unbelievable. It's very, very good. So whatever we do for 2026, let's be respectful. We want to focus and we want to have discipline. We don't want to look for these shortcuts like other banks did. We all know what happened in 2008. They were giving away all these mortgages to people that we didn't qualify just for bankers to make small money. This is the sham money. We don't want this type of transaction, okay? We want to be diligent. We want to be right. We want to do good by doing good things. We don't want to be good by stealing or by doing bad things to the customer. Everybody has the right to have a dream, and we owe everybody a return. What do we expect for 2026? These are the clinical trials that if you have interest, these are the changing events. This is what we call the catalyst for 2026. And this is the list of the most important meetings, the pharmaceutical meetings, biotech meetings, cancer research meetings that if you want to follow, you can attend, you can register virtually. If you like to meet, I will be happy to talk to you. We love for the next 12 months to follow AI-driven technologies, artificial intelligence. We love late-stage clinical trials. We love to look at emerging markets. We love to do deals in China. And please contact me if you have any questions. It was lovely to meet you. I will be around, and I look forward to talking to you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Davis.